Hi, everyone. You're live with Necee, and I am your host, Opal Bailey. As I conclude my personal development segment for this month, I thought it would be great to encourage you to accept the process on the way to the palace. We live in a society where instant is better. We want it now. And it's shouted all over the rooftops, on the billboards, get it now, just do it, you deserve it. It's magnified through the television. Why wait? Have it your way, all these different things. And we continue to feel that we can't wait for something. We have to have it. We don't want the hard times or the difficult times or the challenges that we have to face. We feel that it should be easy. And as I was preparing to talk to you today, I was thinking, why do we feel that our life have to be peaches and cream? Why do we feel that we don't have to go through anything, that we shouldn't go through anything? And what came to me, for me, was the way I was raised. We felt, because, we're kids, we had things taken care of. Our parents took care of us. There was nothing we didn't need. We didn't lack anything. My parents worked. My mom was a homemaker. My dad worked 2 jobs. So we didn't have anything that we lacked. So we was chilling. We didn't have the mentality or the idea of, oh, we're entitled to certain things, but we didn't lack anything either. And I think that because of that, because of our environment, because of society, because our associations with friends and everything that entitles or everything that comes in our life, it all shapes our views and our beliefs and our values on what is important. And even for the simple fact of waiting, we don't want to wait for anything. We want it quick. We want it fast. We want it now. And when we are in such a rush to go through something, and we're such a rush to get over something, we miss the learning curve in it. We miss that should be taught in us, what we should have accomplished in us. And I'm thinking of a time like when I had surgery and I was in so much pain. I wanted to hurry up and get healed, and I wanted to get back to work. And I thought about all the money I was missing, the time I was missing, and all this stuff. I wasn't even enjoying the process I was in to make sure that I get healed properly. I was just so caught up in speedy recovery. And we even pray that now. Hurry up, get well. Hurry up, get well. And we don't really understand that, hey, there is a process in healing. When your body is cut, that's trauma had entered your body, and your body has to get back to, whoa, this is trauma. What's happening? And it takes time for your body to come back together and heal itself. And for some, when you rush the process, we find out that you're worse than you were before, and you're going right back. It's like you're back to number 1 when you was at number 8, because we wanted to hurry and rush it. We're right back to where we were before, and we're starting over. And then we get frustrated all over again. Instead of just letting the process take its course, letting the situation or the challenge or our circumstances, or to most of us, hardship, the losses take us to a place to where it shows us not only who we are, but it shows us the bigger picture. There is a price to pay for things in this life if we want to fulfill the thing that God put in us to do. We can't always feel that we can it's going to come instantly. It's not. When you look at different people all around the world, I'm going to use one example. Let's use Mark Samuelson. He was an orphan in Africa, and he is now one of the top chefs in New York City. And his story was how he became an orphan, Someone adopted him, brought him to the United States, trained him. He loved to cook, started cooking, went into school, all these different things, went from working at top-notch restaurants under top-notch other top chefs, and now he's accomplished. And the thing that he said mattered most to him in all of the situations and all of the things, he said, was the process of what he had to go through to get to where he's at now. And he said it wasn't easy. It was painful, devastating, hard. Sometimes he didn't feel like he was going to make it. Sometimes he wanted to give up. Sometimes the dream was dim. He didn't know that if it was still in him or if it would even light up again. But he appreciated the process, because in that process and the steps and the actions that it took for him to get to where his goal that he needed to meet to the end, he had to go through the process. And not only did he go through the process, he's at a place now that he can help other people. He went back to Africa and helped the orphans there. He also joined in with another group in New York to help other young chefs to rise to their potential. But what if he didn't want to go through the process? What if he felt his process was just too hard, too difficult? It's just too much. He's tired. Why me? Why does this always happen to me? Or what most people say, what now? I can't get a break. This is too much for me. And decided to sit down and do nothing and just stay where he was. Look at the people that would have never been reached by his potential, by him reaching his potential, by him using that talent that God gave him and him pressing on through the process to get and accomplish and reach to that palace that he's in, his place of success. He was able to affect millions of people, thousands of people, and young people all around the world. He's affecting daily, sharing his gifts and his talents and his wisdom and his stigma and his perseverance and his character and his integrity, his work ethics to all of these kids that would have never received any of it if he chose to not face and go through the process. This speaks so much volume to us, because most of us, we don't want to go through the process. We want it fast. We want it quick. We want it now. And we miss the value of what the process teaches us. We miss the character it builds in us. We miss the integrity it trained us in. So when we've reached that goal, when we reach that mark, when we reach that palace of success, whatever that success area is in your life, when we reach that, we can look back and say, wow, I can remember when I started here. And I pressed on through the loss, through the losing of friends, family, colleagues, jobs, health, whatever. You can look back and you can say, wow, look where I am now. I'm in my palace. I'm in the place that I've allowed to get to because my talent could only carry me so far. But then my character, my integrity, my respect for people, my love for people, my devotion for people, my tenacity, my backbone, my perseverance, it helped catapult you to the next place, to the next goal. And right there, the palace doors was wide open for him. And he is now considered to be the most sought after bachelor, which is crazy. Because when you look at him when he was younger and you look at everything you went through, you're like, oh my goodness. He kept on going. He pressed on. And I know that there are many people that can fit that same journey, can fit that same boat, get on the same boat that he is. Hey, I've been through something. We all been through things. There are times in my own life that I had to overcome a lot of stuff. I had to press beyond what I seen. Single mother living on welfare. I had to picture myself off of it. Then when I picture myself off of it, I had to picture myself getting a job. Once I picture that, then I picture myself moving forward. But in the process of it, it was a lot of pain. It was a lot of disappointment, a lot of rejection, a lot of hard times, a lot of tears. But I kept on going because deep down inside, I knew that my life would eventually get better. I knew deep down inside that my children's lives will be better. And when I look at my life at the age of 18, pregnant and a senior in high school, bedridden, couldn't finish school, couldn't go to school like the regular kids, and I look at myself now, I can honestly tell you that all the things that I went through, the steps, the actions, the process that took me to get to where I am now, it was worth it. Because when you're going through the process, it's never easy. But when you accept the process, that's when you can run your race knowing that you can overcome it. It's when we accept the process, we're able to face whatever comes. We're able to face whatever goes. Because you have to be able to accept the process. I think Mark accepted his process. He accepted what he had to go through because he saw the big picture. He saw him going to the palace. He saw him being that top chef. Even if no one else sees it, if no one else is there cheering you on, if no one else is there on the sideline, you are the sideline. You are the cheerleader. Because there are plenty of times that I didn't have anyone cheering me on. Everybody else was not cheering me on, was negative around me. So I had to cheer my own self on. And it's hard trying to cheer yourself to be better and to live better and to have a better life when all around you speaks the opposite. But that's the benefit and the blessing of the process. We're not to eliminate the process. And I'm not saying that the process is easy. I'm not saying that it should feel good to you. But what I'm saying is the process has a purpose. And if we allow ourselves to accept the process, we will be more able to overcome it because we've accepted and we know this must happen in order for me to do this. And sometimes you may not know what's going to come, what the outcome is going to be, or you may think it may be one thing and then God may move another way, but you're moving on. The process is a continual movement. When you're processing something, it's a continual movement. It never stops. Process is not stagnant. It's not a process where you stop and don't do anything and you freeze up. It's a continual movement, continual pressing on, continual determination.